Hey, welcome to Retired Now What, the podcast that's here to guide you through the exciting journey of retirement. Whether you're asking yourself now what or eager to explore the untapped possibilities in this new chapter, you're in the right place. I'm your host, Michael Kiffmeyer, and together we will discover how to repurpose your knowledge, embrace mastery, and live a purpose driven life. Let's dive in. Hello, everyone, and welcome to You've Retired, Now What? In this series of podcasts, we're challenging the traditional ideas of retirement. Hi there, my name is Michael Kiffmeyer, and I'll be your host. And today is session number 8, Reframing Retirement. It used to be that we would work for 30 or 40 years and we'd retire, and that was kind of the end. But a lot has happened. And what I mean by a lot is that folks like myself, baby boomers, we're not ready to roll over and pack it all in. We have a lot to say, and I want to encourage all of you to continue moving and continue whatever it is you may want to do. Just because you have retired doesn't mean you have to close shop. You can do whatever it is that you want to. Now, we've been faced with a lot of things the past few years. Number one, COVID. Over 900,000 older adults, and those usually people over 60s and their 70s, well into their 80s, died from COVID-related diseases. That means of all the deaths that we recorded in the United States, that every 3 out of 4 was an older adult. So what's that tell us? It tells us that COVID's here to stay and we got to learn how to deal with it. But it helped us to kind of reset our mindset in that, look, if I'm going to live another 25 to 30 years, as doctors and scientists say we're going to, versus previous generations, I'm going to have to learn how to not only survive, but I'm going to have to learn how to deal with inflation. I'm going to have to learn how to deal with Social Security being pared away. Many say that by the year 2035, it's not going to be in existence anymore. You know, too many people are depending on Social Security as their mainstay of how they're going to live after they retire. But things happen. We get sick. We get bored. We need to do other things. And I want to encourage you to do as much as you want to. You need to help energize yourself to run this marathon. It used to be 65, and shortly after that, maybe 11, 15 years you had in retirement. But now we're living to our 80s and 90s. So I want to encourage you to reset your mindset, reframe how you looked at retirement in the past. Many are working for, not because they want to, they have to. They saved well, they had a 401k, but that 401k wasn't meant to go for 40 years. And people are having to rethink how they handle their finances. They're going to have to look every day at how am I spending my money, and is my money going to stretch through the course of my lifetime. You know, finances and financial worries is probably the number 1 or 2 aspects of retirement that people worry about all the time. Worry is nothing more than fear, and if you're proactive and you have a plan, then you don't have to fear it, and you have to work in an iterative fashion in the fact that you got to change. You've got to be adaptable. You can't just say, well, this is the way my parents did it. It doesn't work anymore. We've got too many areas that are unclear, and that we have to think hard about how are we going to do it in the future. You know, you thought that you worked all this time and you could just relax. But many of you don't want to just relax. Sure, you need your time off. You need your time with your family and vacation time. But you also have to take care of you. And a couple ways that you can do that is, number one, physical exercise will help you. If you don't move, you're going to age before your time. I've watched friends and relatives work or live a sedentary lifestyle, and they've aged or they have passed away way before their time. What is their time? Well, as long as they can be vigilant about their day to day, as long as they can have a sense of purpose each and every day, then they can make a difference not only in their lives, but in the lives of others. I encourage you to retire to inspire. Not just others, but inspire yourself. Have you reached everything you wanted to in this lifetime? You have all the time in the world now that you're not working full time, that you can do just about anything it is you would like to do. All those plans and visions and dreams that you had as a child, you can reinstitute them and say, okay, how can I go about this? And throughout these podcasts, I like to encourage you with myself and some guests to understand exactly what we face today. Life's not fair. We've always heard that, but it just seems that, especially for baby boomers, we worked all those years, we had all these promises, how we could retire, and some of you are very fortunate and you can do exactly that. But many of you, I would say the majority, they cannot do that, only because, quite simply, they didn't plan to live this long. They are afraid of outliving their money. So other things that can help you to stay active is you need to read and exercise your mind. You know, the mind, we get so much thrown at us on a daily basis right now. We get so many messages that we got to learn how to quickly decide what we're going to take in and what we're going to put away. One of the greatest ways to keep your mind active is to read. And you can listen to books, that's just as well, but your mind is staying active. You need to hydrate yourself. You know, 80 to 90% of the human mind is made up of fluids. And I'd encourage you to drink 6 to 8 glasses a day. You don't have to do, when I say exercise, you don't have to do a hard regimen. But what you do need to do is you need to move. Because a sedentary life is a quick life, and none of us want to do that. We want to do other things like see where we are at the time now, live in the present, have gratitude for everything that you do on a daily basis, and gratitude for everything that you have. It could be worse, and I always am a strong believer in that prepare for the worst and enjoy all the blessings that come your way. I've always gone by the philosophy, and I encourage you to do the same. You either lead, you follow, or you get the hell out of the way. Because if you're going to roll yourself into a ball like a cocoon and let the world go away, it's not going to. It's going to knock on your door, and you need to be vital in what you do and how you conduct your life on a day-to-day basis. I want you to think about your life now, that you've retired. What a great opportunity you have. You can do just about anything you want to. I'd also encourage you that you need to meditate. You know, the mind is a wonderful thing, but it too needs to regenerate. And you need to take time in private meditation, prayer, and reflect back on your life, where you've been, and what else it is you'd like to do. The other thing I would encourage you to do is, as we get older, regardless of what we may feel, we need sleep. We need a good 7 to 8 hours every night. And I will grant you, there's some people, I'm one of them, I can get by very well with 6 hours of sleep. But don't try to push yourself when you're tired, because you're not going to function well. And if you think about it, when you don't get enough sleep, you try to go to work the next morning, you're just not as sharp. Or if you just try to do something the next morning, or maybe it's a hobby, you're not as sharp. We want you to live the best possible version of yourself. And you can, if you'll just make a few of these changes and reframe your mindset, there's no reason why you cannot do that. Life's a gift, and I know many people say, I hear a lot of older people, they complain a lot, and they complain about this, they complain about their health, their aches and their pains. It's inevitable. My doctor has told me that things go wrong after the age of 50, and I don't care how healthy you are. It's hard, but we can work ourselves through it. So I want to end today on a positive note. I want you to feel good about you. I want you to know you have opportunities. You need to exercise your brain and your body on a regular basis to live the best possible life that you think of. Perhaps you want to leave a legacy. What would that legacy be? Legacy is not just financial, passing, money off or possessions to your children and family. It's, what do you want to stand for? What do you want your life to mean after your life has come towards the end? Work towards that, and I will give you encouragement. I'd sure like to hear from any of you. Please reach out, DM me, and let's reframe your mind to reframe retirement. Thanks for tuning in to Retired Now What. I hope today's conversation has given you some valuable insights as you navigate the journey of life after retirement. Always remember, life doesn't stop after retirement. It's an opportunity for a new beginning.